break the chains. We gotta 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 break the chains. We got
information plus black power breaks the chains. Information plus black power breaks the chains. Information plus black power breaks the chains. I'm feeling mighty strange. I wanna break the chain. Information plus black power breaks the chains. Information plus black power breaks the chains. Information plus black power breaks the chains. I'm feeling mighty strange. I wanna break the chains.
Peace, family. We coming for you with the Mind State of Liberation.
Coming from a long legacy of battle stars and freedom fighters.
We acknowledge our duties to truth and justice.
And Soul Vibers Nation representatives.
And we're humble servants to our community.
Thank you for allowing us this opportunity to speak.
Welcome, family, to Reality Speaks radio show, where information plus black power breaks the chain.
They see the same thing coming again because everything in history and nature is cyclical.
Right.
That they know it's coming again, so now we must dry up the communities with crack cocaine and begin to try to introduce a pure form of pure cocaine or heroin that they will bring and make available. Not they will bring, they're bringing it into the community, as I've talked to my sources now.
Right.
And that's what they're doing, and that's why this movie was kind of seeding what was to come. And what they're doing is criminalizing, in a sense, an entire race of people because they want to paint the picture of a real American gangster as the black man, as the black child, because even on BET, such as Sumner Redstone, the real owner, name is Maury Rothenstein. He's the real owner of BET. He owns Oprah Winfrey Harpo Production. He owns CBS Television. His name Sumner Redstone, Sumner. I think we have a photo of him, actually. We'll see if we can get a close-up on him. But his name is Sumner Redstone. This is the man to the left right here on the screen. We'll hold that up for evidence. But his name is Sumner Redstone. And you're talking about if Oprah's a billionaire, he's a trillionaire. He lives in Dubham, Massachusetts, but he owns...
But it's not... Who you talking about right here?
Right there. This one here. That's Sumner Redstone.
Okay.
And some more of the American gangsters.
He looks like an actor, right?
No, like a woman.
No, he looks like a woman. Strong female features. Most of them ain't nothing but some sissies anyway. But he got some strong feminine features, most likely from his mother. But his father was Michael Rothenstein. And there's a relative named Arnold Rothenstein who actually taught Meyer Lansky. Meyer Lansky, who was the head of a group called Murder Inc. And it's interesting because you have a rap label.
Right.
Which Ja Rule and the Gotti brothers own, called Murder Inc. Well, they got that name from Murder Inc., which existed in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and the 60s, but I don't want to stop because Murder Inc. still exists today.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
they didn't earn their money the old-fashioned way through hard work and pulling themselves up by the bootstraps. They lied, they cheated, they maimed, they killed, they did everything they needed to do to take power in this city, in this country, in this world, and not only in this world, but they take other countries, other continents, other islands, etc. So how you know they're the real American gangsters. Not the young brothers that they say are on a corner fighting for a corner, but they fight to take a corner of a continent. They fight to take a corner of an oil company. They take a corner of a corporation or a business. But it's Sumner Redstone who owns BET. So obviously these Jews, and they're Jewish.
Right. So do you think that, our young people, do you think that these people are meeting behind the scenes with them, making them do this? Or do you think that our people just hate themselves so much, they just want to be like white folks so much that they find out about them and then they just take on the names of these people?
Well, I think it's true in terms of both.
Right.
When you go back and look at the history, suggestions being made. They're making them an offer that they can't refuse.
Might want to change the name to Billy Siegel,
So for instance, when you go back and look at the history of the Zionist Jews living under the Nazis, they started emulating the Nazis. And so this is what you see with many of the rappers. The Zionist Jews started going out getting gold teeth so that the Nazis wouldn't see them and look at their broad noses and look at them as being Jewish, but they would look at their gold that they had in their mouth. Well, you got rappers today to say, I got $1 million gold teeth. Because they don't want people to look at that black skin. They don't want them to look at that thick hair. They don't want them to look at the thick nose. They don't want them to see them for their Africanness. But they want them to hopefully see them for just being what they call bling bling. That's it.
And do you also think that because black people feel a sense of powerlessness,
that's right,
that when they're trying to emulate white people that they see
Right.
within what white people think as power.
That's
they
right.
see them as being powerful figures.
Right.
So they want to emulate
Sure.
the people that they see hold the power.
Right.
And the white concepts
That's
of
right.
what power is, then
Yes.
it's about,
Right.
the Murder Inc. group.
Right.
It's about those people. Those are the people that are in control,
Right.
to say. And so they have, power.
That's right. You're dealing with the Illuminati. You're dealing with those that are on the high level that's controlling. When I talk about the Bronfman family, they are the Illuminati elitists of Canada. And so they're controlling the hip hop and the rap industry. And so they use signs, they use symbols, they use sounds that they put in the music to be able to control. We've often heard that talking about rock music. We often heard that talking about the CIA and how they used it with their MK, which was the mind control program, the MK Ultra program. But they still are using that even with hip hop today, with certain beats, with certain sounds, with certain lyrics.
Right.
And so that's given to the artists. It's not like some of them are writing it just on their own,
Right.
but it's given to them
Right.
to be able to make sure that that's being put out there.
That's the
If
message.
not, you wouldn't have, a few years ago with P. Diddy and Busta Rhymes and the young brother Pharrell talking about Pastor Cavassier.
Right,
So
that's right,
that's
that's
being
right.
done. You know what I mean? To socially engineer our young people into
Right,
drinking,
right.
into drugs, into alcohol, into sex.
Right.
So it's being done that way, even to the point now where you see that they've come out of the darkness into the light and freely are putting out their symbols of skull and crossbone
That's
into
right,
the hip hop
that's right,
industry
that's right.
and to the so-called pop industry and culture, so that they are saying that we are now controlling the minds of the young people through many of the rap artists, and we're coming out now and have the young people fashionably wearing skull and crossbones, which represents death to us as a
Right,
people,
symbol of death.
representing the worshiping of satanic culture.
Right.
And so they're clearly taking it and putting it into the culture right now and making it hip and making it hop.